Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever you may be. I am Mezzo9, and welcome once again to my Cellar Mezzanine, where, if you haven't watched last episode, I'd pause this one now and go and watch it, because there's about to be some spoilers. I'm playing as Maggie today, because I have now completed the game as everyone. Well, not the whole game. I've beaten Mum's heart as everyone else. I think I've also beaten Satan as Eve / Blue Baby. Not sure. I'll have to double check that. But that's not what my current goal is anyway. My current goal is Mum's heart. And as well as having one character left to beat her with, I've got to beat her one more time in order to unlock the blue baby. I don't know why I've stopped on Eve. It's Maggie I'm planning to play as, so let's get started on that. Curse of the Labyrinth. Let's just restart that, because I'm not happy with that. Celeb, oh well. So, Maggie is one of the few characters where health isn't among the things we're looking for. To be honest, what we really want is a few spirit hearts. We can make a deal with the devil or two, more likely. Since Maggie does have all this extra health, it would be nice to have some deals with the devil available. What else do we want? Well, we certainly want more speed and damage, because both aren't particularly great to start with, not for Maggie. And I'm kind of happy with the spacebar item we've got for now, so I'll stick with that. The other thing we're looking for, as usual, is a bit of a game changer, but if you have seen that successful Judas run, you'll know that it's not always that important to have any sort of specialty. I managed to complete that with just high stats. No game changer items whatsoever, to be honest. Perhaps I could do the same again here, but who knows. What I do know is that if I survive long enough, this is going to be quite a long run, because of how slow I am. Although I think that's about to change now. It says speed and range up. I believe it's actually just speed up. Oh, my microphone's popping a lot there. I'm not quite sure why that is. I'm just going to reposition it. It might be a bit close to my mouth. So sorry about that noise. What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying that that's actually just a speed up. Now I've got more normal speed, to be honest. I think I've got slightly more than normal speed. Moving quite quickly, which is lovely as Maggie. It's something that's particularly rare. I could go into that shop, but it's pointless with only one coin even. I mean, one key makes it a little pointless as well, but that's not the point. Champion spider on the first floor. Hate spiders enough as it is. That type of them anyway. Without having to come across a champion. Still, I've not taken a single bit of damage yet, which is interesting considering my speed, or lack thereof. I haven't got a lack thereof anymore though, because I picked up Roid Rage. As I was also trying to say when I picked it up, and got distracted by my microphone popping, I read up on the wiki last night, I think, and I believe Roid Rage is one of the items that's mislabeled when you pick it up. It doesn't actually give you more range. I think it either gives you damage or speed, or just speed rather. Let's have a quick check. Well, my damage, range, shot speed, I'm not quite sure which way round these two are, but they're all average. Whereas my speed, which would have started off on 1 bar, is now at 4. So yeah, that gave me a lot of speed. And nothing else. Although, that menu isn't exactly particularly accurate. Now, this is certainly going to help me a little bit. A cube of meat is great to have as Maggie, because I'm going to be taking a few extra shots. Actually, I'm not anymore, because I've got good speed. I was going to say I'm going to take a few extra hits with my lack of speed, but I don't have a lack of speed anymore. And in fact, I think I may have gotten myself quite well sorted for this run already, with just that speed up. I mean, granted, I still want some other upgrades, but since I've already got above average health, it shouldn't be too much of a worry not having those upgrades. There we go, we've got them down to the second phase, which is tougher and easier all at the same time. It's a different tactic, that's what I'll say. And I'm not exactly doing it perfectly. I certainly wasn't to start with, I was just looping him. But that's because I was a little unfocused. Blue Heart's going to protect me for a little bit next floor. Pointless going to the shop. Don't have a bomb to find the secret room, which is really annoying because I came across a blue brick earlier. But oh well. Yeah, let's just head on down and take a sip of my coffee. Another spidery floor. Well, not a lot I can do about it exactly, is there? Aside from restarting the run, which would be a bad idea, especially at this point, because I've got the one thing that I'm normally lacking as Maggie. The one thing that made all of my previous runs as her horrible. Speed. I've also got a blue heart and a cube of meat, but that's not the point. I'm quite chuffed with myself, actually. Normally I would have taken quite a bit of damage as Maggie by now. I would have healed it as well, but that's not the point. Would you guys stand still long enough for me to kill you, please? Thank you. So what else have I been doing? Well, this morning I got a run of Was Hack Recorded from Asus's point of view. Asus being the protagonist of my book, sort of. It's a little more complicated than that, so I'll leave it there. So you might want to go and check that out. I think it's quite entertaining, but you know, it's kind of a matter of opinion. It's worth noting already that, it's worth noting that Asus's points of view aren't necessarily my own. For example, I don't have a completely rational fear of carrots caused by people eating magically infused carrots in a room while Asus listened to them scream. Long story that doesn't actually come up in the books at all, because it happened about 10 years before the first book is set. Some of you might not even know that I've written a book, but there's that to it. I've written one, I'm working on the second, there's a lot more to come, and am I alright to take this room for the health upgrade? I might come back. I might take the boss on first. My microphone just popped again, I did hear that, and I'm sorry for that. I haven't mentioned picking up the Tough Love, which gets me another thing I was complaining about a little bit. Damage. It's not a basic damage upgrade, it is the occasional shot does something like double damage. I think it might be more than that actually, I'm not sure, I'd have to check the wiki. It's not an item I get all that often. So what's the plan? We want to take on the boss, then the trap room, then the challenge room, and then consider the shop afterwards. And Duke of Flies is a lovely boss for us to have, because he's pretty easy. I probably do want to go to the shop at some point on this floor. I've got a bit of a lack of bombs going on still, and there's a blue brick right there that I want to break. And I'll get round to that when I can. That was close to taking damage there. Already got Duke down to half health. Shouldn't take too much longer. Although, the Shield of Flies is actually being a lot more effective than usual, because I can't kill them very easily. Thank you, cube of meat there. Saved me a little bit of damage. Haven't taken a hit against this boss yet. In fact, I've only taken one hit so far this run, I think. Might want to change out my spacebar item if I can. Might be actually worthwhile for once. As Maggie. Because normally, Maggie, health bonus, health recovery bonus thing, nice to have. But I've not needed any of the health I've come across yet. Oh, that nearly changed it. Ought to be a bit more careful when I come across firing enemies. But I know that. Nearly fell down the hole like I did before. I suppose I may as well take the shot speed up. It doesn't actually give you tears up, it's one of the mislabeled items. It does give you shot speed up though, which is effectively range up and, you know, easier to hit enemies, I guess. Hierophant's also nice to have, give me a couple of extra blue hearts. And let's go into this devil room, see what we've got available. I'd love to take money equals power. I haven't had it in a run previously, but I don't have the blue hearts necessary. And I could take the Book of Belial, but I'm actually more comfortable with the health and yum heart. So what do I need now? I need to get back into that devil room if I can, but I probably won't be able to. I need blue hearts. If I can get back into that devil room, I need one more blue heart. That's about it, really. I'd like more damage, but it's not exactly necessary. I'm handling myself alright. And again, I'd like more fire rate, but I'm handling myself alright. Of course, this room may just change that. There we go. These challenge rooms have been known to be an issue to me on occasion, but this one's alright. These guys are the ones I was worried about. I'm sure you know by now that I really do hate these guys. Unless you haven't watched any of my previous runs, which is kind of fine, but you should go and watch them. That's all there is to that. Anyway, back on topic. I didn't really get much from that room, aside from the max health increase. It wasn't that worthwhile, to be honest. I will check out the shop. I probably won't be able to get anything. But if they've got a bomb in there, they haven't. I can get that tarot card. I could... I probably wouldn't be able to save up for the ladder. Yeah, I'll take the tarot card. Hanged Man. Might come in handy later on. Certainly not now, though. Okay, we've got a Guppy item, and we've got 2 spirit hearts. If we can somehow get back into that devil room, I can now make the deal for money equals power, which I haven't got in a recorded run previously, and is essentially a damage upgrade for each coin you have. Which is, you know, wonderful, especially when I've got a couple of coins, which I haven't at the moment, but that can change. Still, no bombs at all yet, so I still can't get that blue brick, rock, same thing. Moving on, and sipping on coffee. What else have we got to do then? I still want more damage. Oh, and I want to be avoiding a little bit better than that. That was a little hard to dodge though, I got a little cornered. Yeah, I still want more damage because I'm taking a few shots to kill things still. And I don't like that. Especially with these chargers, these are going to take a ton of hits before they die. Thankfully I've got the speed to outrun them, which I shouldn't do with Maggie. It's weird being a quick Maggie. Really weird. It's nice, but it's weird. What was I talking about? I wasn't talking about taking damage from diagonals, that's for sure. I always forget that they bounce off each other! He says taking damage because he forgot that they bounce off each other. He says talking about himself in the third person. Ow! Well, there was a lot of stupid damage in that room. And there was almost one more there. Still, I'm still on half a blue heart, so I haven't taken red damage yet, which means I could still get the devil room this floor. And I'd like to keep it that way. Which means I really want to take on the boss as soon as I can. Minimise the risk of losing health before then. Which almost happened there. Ah! And did happen. Oh no, I haven't lost health, I've just lost my last blue heart. Can't reach him. And I don't really want to get into his range, because it's a little dangerous. Hate this room. I could do that. Whew. That's going to make this quite a bit easier. 5 coins would be extra lovely if I could manage to get that money equals power upgrade. Which does do exactly what it says on the tin. I'm not going to say no to that, though. Well, why would I? But Common Cold is now going to give me occasional poison damage on enemies, which is essentially an increase in damage, but kind of slow damage in its own sort of way. Thank you for dropping, and he's dead. Brilliant. Now he won't take long. And so what's our next goal? Find another key and get into the shop would be nice. Finding some blue hearts would be extra nice, because I've run out of those. And, I suppose we could take on the boss immediately, but I'm not really feeling all that up to it. Not without taking damage anyway. I feel like I could win it, sure. But I feel like I would take damage trying, and therefore not get a devil room, because I've got no blue hearts left. So I might just go wandering around looking for another blue heart first. We'll see. Oh crap. Ah! Right, poison's killed those two already anyway. That's lucky. Because I almost took damage there. I really do hate these guys, and the game seems to know it. What have we got in here? Golden chest. I don't have any keys to unlock that. Oh, I've got a bomb now. Where did that come from? Oh, it came from that room up there, didn't it? I saw that happen. I just didn't really register when it did. So, 2 spots the secret room could be in. I believe that this is the more likely one. I could just be talking out of my arse. I don't really know what causes the more specifics of the location of the secret room, other than 3 rooms around it. But in my experience, it has less often been next to a challenge room. I'm not going to do that yet, actually, because I haven't got any blue hearts. So I suppose I just want to take on the boss before I do anything else, because I've not got a lot of other options. Poison damage is, of course, going to help with that quite nicely. But the main thing I want to do here is not take damage. And Fistula's perhaps not the best for that. At least it's a nice clear room. Should be a reasonably safe fight, if anything. I was kind of hoping that they would come out poisoned, because I've not really had many chances to okay, I've started taking damage now, that's not what I wanted, but yeah, I was hoping that they would spawn poisoned if they previous level died poisoned, but that's not the case. Ooh, that nearly hit me. I mean, I've taken damage now, so I suppose it's not that worth trying so hard not to. But best not to anyway. And that's got me the pageant boy and that, which I don't want to pick up just yet, because I've got a few other things I wanted to do first, such as the trap room. 15 coins, wonderful. Now all I need is a key, and maybe a bomb. And, you know, for something good to be in there, but that's not the point. Actually, I'd like 2 keys, because I'd like to take on that challenge room if I can. I'm not saying that I can, but I'd like to. Shop is, of course, my priority. Better items. I wasn't expecting that. I haven't got any bombs to get out of the secret room. I wasn't expecting the Bible to be in here, nor was I expecting the secret room to be next to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up this money. I'm going to use the heart now, I may as well. Heal that 1 heart. Swap them out. And then there's some hearts on the floor out here that I can pick up as well. So, Bible, that's going to come in quite handy if we reach Mum. I'm not saying that we will, but if we do, it'll be helpful. I don't really see it being helpful before then. Actually, yes I do. Because it will be helpful all the way over here in a room we've just come through to get that coin and that heart. Yay, temporary flight! And we've already seen temporary flight come in quite handy in this room. Or perhaps it was a different room of the same layout, because I know I faced it twice on this floor. So you never know what might be a worthwhile upgrade and what might not. I'll take that, Eternal Heart or whatever they're called, and head on downstairs, let it seal up, and drink my coffee. So, where do we need to go this time? Let's start with down. Now, these guys are kind of easier with poison damage available, because you don't necessarily have to hit them in the back to get the poison to take effect. These guys are a little nasty to be facing at this point, because I couldn't take them down quick enough to not be cornered by them. And that led to me taking damage, which, of course, we don't really want. A mid-floor Larry, that's fine by me, especially considering he's on his own. I keep shooting bricks, though. I keep not seeing them, which is often a problem I have on the catacombs. They do blend in a little bit. Is he going to get poisoned or not? Poison, please. Take effect. Might help if I was actually hitting him. There we go, there's a bit of poison. And there's a bit more. And there's a spirit heart. That's wonderful. It's one of the things I needed. You know, alongside bombs and keys, which I need a ton of these days. Although, when do I not need keys? Guppy's tail is, of course, making me need more keys, but it's also given me that extra likeliness of becoming Guppy later in the run. And that's something I wouldn't ever trade. Oh. Oh! I was too busy focusing on the fact that my microphone just popped, sorry about that, and didn't see the fire spitting at me. Anyway, excuses, I need to move on and get clobbered by these guys, because that's what's about to happen. I know the tactic for them to just do this pretty much, but it's not always that effective. Was there though. And there. Right, you fire that way and then I'll come around here and then here. Wonderful. Oh crap, he took a lot of damage there. At least I got a key from it though. I'm going to hold on to that key for the minute actually. I'd rather get the bonus room. Might get other keys later on anyway. Actually, I could get the item and a key in the shop if that's what's for sale. But I don't have any confirmation on that, so I'm just going to fight this gluttony. And hope for a key drop from him, not that that's likely. I think he normally drops tarot cards or a specific upgrade, I don't know. I don't fight him often enough to have memorised it. All I know is that he's pretty easy. Oh, just health, is that it? Well, that's crap. I suppose I needed it. So, bonus room is not in that direction. I am back up to full hearts, but I'd like to find a spirit heart before I fight the boss, if that's likely. Not that it is. You know what, I'm going to go to the shop, see what they've got. It is the 9 volt, makes my item half charged. Screw it, I'm getting everything. I wouldn't have, but there was a 5-cent coin there. So, gets my item half charged instantly after use, which is nice. Very nice. And now I'm going to look for the item room on this floor, because I've got another key. Well, this isn't the item room, but maybe he'll drop me a key. Or 4, because he is a champion variant. And I have many times seen champion Majiggeries, Larrys, dropping lots of items. How did that poison not finish that section off? It's Larry. He's got like bugger all health. Oh, that nearly got me. Would you please die? Thank you! Just a 1 spirit heart from that, but a spirit heart is a spirit heart, and not something I can really complain about. Okay, that's something I'm not going to do just yet. I might do that if I lose all my spirit hearts, because there are proper hearts lying about the floor. But don't expect it to happen. Thankfully, they have built a path across to the middle. Sometimes they destroy the opportunity of such a thing, but here we go. Umbilical cord. That's certainly a trinket. I wouldn't ever say it's a good one, but it's certainly a trinket. And Halo of Flies, I suppose that's a reasonably good upgrade to have right now. More defense against projectiles. So I'll take that. Then I'm going to go and fight the boss before I do the rest of the floor, because I feel that that's the logical order. Especially if I want to keep hold of these spirit hearts to get that chance of a devil room. Which may have been reduced by me taking damage on the rest of the floor, but I don't think it has. Oh, nearly walked onto those spikes. Need to remember that they're there when I come out. And we're fighting the Husk. Basically an upgraded form of the Duke of Flies we fought earlier. Shouldn't be too hard at all. Although this is a champion version and he's fighting quite interestingly. I don't think I've fought this champion before. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, I thought he was gonna blow up from the poison. Ah! Well, we got them to blow up on him, which is kind of what I was aiming for there. As long as it's not near me, to be honest, but Ah, they're everywhere! Okay, I haven't taken red heart damage yet. And I think I can keep it that way. Oh, you know what I should have been trying to do with these guys this entire time? That! I'm glad that worked as well. Because, you know, no bombs. I wouldn't have had any other chance of getting that. Would you please die now, guys? I mean, I know it would help if I'm hitting them. But it would help me hitting them if I wasn't constantly dodging them! You nearly got me. I'm playing a lot more cautiously than I normally do today. He says taking a hit. Oh. Well, that's because I didn't take any of the upgrades in the last level room. I just picked up the coat hanger, which apparently there's a lot of controversy about. Apparently it's not actually very good, but I don't see what could be bad about a faster fire rate, especially when we've got poison tears. Anyway, that's also going to give me a faster fire rate, as well as better everything. Range, damage, health, etc. Wonderful upgrade to get there. I think that might have been partially because I have the Bible that it became an angel room as well. It might boost the chances or something. If it doesn't, it should. That's all I have to say on that matter. So let's go and take on the rest of the floor and try and get myself another key so I can open some of these golden chests. Oh, bugger it. Bugger it! Right, if I can get a few extra hearts lying about on the floor, I'm probably going to go to that sacrifice room thing anyway. Because, you know, if I don't, I'll just be wasting any hearts lying about. And I believe there is one left over in the boss room, and there's certainly half a heart left over in the mini-boss room from earlier. I'm not going to risk that coin right now. And I can't get in there. Although that is more reason to use the majiggery trap room. Sacrifice room, that's what I mean. I'm going to take these coins. Because now I don't need to fly to get to all of these chests. I didn't have the flight anymore. For some reason I thought I'd still have flight when I left the room. Obviously I wouldn't. I'm going to sacrifice most of my hearts now to get into that boss trap room even. Or maybe I'm not. Seriously, that needs a key as well. I mean, I know I've got Guppy's tail, but there should be some normal chest spawning still. Oh well. Oh, sorry, I nudged the microphone there. Can I get any more payout from this? I don't know, let me know in the comments section, but either way I wanted to get down to 1 heart so I could go into that trap room. Arena, challenge room, whatever you'd call it. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee on my way. Oh, there's not a lot left and it's gone cold. Ah, cold coffee. Yuck. Alright, that is stem cells, which is healing and damage, I believe. I think that's stem cells. Health up, a little bit of healing, and I think I've got more damage. Not that I can really very easily tell. Not that there's really any way to tell, aside from, you know, figuring it out based on what you used to do and what you do now. But it's my first fight with Monstro, so I don't know how much damage I used to do to him. Would you please die now, Monstro? God, that's like my catchphrase for this episode. Would you please die now? Might end up being the title, to be honest. I'm saying it so much. Let's just randomly spray on these Larrys, and they will drop eventually. As long as I keep my distance, I'll be fine. And 1 left. There we go. Still no keys. I have got 1 bomb. So I'm going to think carefully about where I want to use this. And I want to use it... where? I might just have a look for blue bricks that I didn't notice or missed or whatever. Because, you know, that's a definite payout, whereas there's 3 3 or more places the secret room could be right now. And I've only got 1 bomb. Any blue bricks in the shop that I didn't see? No. Well then, I guess we're just going to pick up that health and head on to the next floor. Yep, seems to be the case. There's some healage. I can't believe we've got 8 hearts maximum, but I suppose I am Maggie. I'd like to find a deal with the devil soon. Well, you know, another deal with the devil. Because it's not like I'm using most of these heart containers. Okay, this isn't a nice room, but it's one that we can survive without taking damage. I know I can. I just don't know that I will. But it seems like I will at this rate. Of course, there is a champion one of these left, and that's what hurt me earlier. Sorry, microphone popping there. I think I've got the sound settings wrong or something. Couple of bombs, nice to get. Not that I'm going to need them in this room. Okay, that was a little chaotic. And it's still a little chaotic, to be honest, because there's too many of these guys. I suppose that's what happens when I spawn into a necropolis. Oh, crap. Okay, 1 left. Let's get him to blow up. I can't go over there safely. And that was faster than I'm used to them moving. Okay. Leaving it at that. I took a little bit more damage than I would have liked to in there. And I still haven't got any keys. As per usual. Not exactly my favourite enemies, but not exactly smart enemies either. They're all dead now. So I guess let's just look around for something of use at least. Oh, that was loud. Crow right outside my window. Don't know if you heard that. There it goes again. 1 moment. Sorry about that. Next door neighbour knocking on my bedroom door to ask me to, well, offer me 20 quid to help him move house. And considering I've spent most of this morning worrying about how little money I've got left for the next week, certainly happy to do that. So I'm just going to finish off this run as quickly as I can at this point. And, go earn myself some money. Which means it's probably not going to go so well anymore. Because I'm going to be rushing a little bit. Oh, bugger it. And when you rush Binding of Isaac, you die. At least I've got the Bible, which is certainly going to speed up the boss fight on the next floor. Still not got any keys. Okay, I'm still flying, so we can do that safely. And there's a heart that I very much needed. Oh, there's a secret room there as well. Let's hope for a good trinket. Maybe cancer would be great right now. Although I say that all the time, and very rarely end up getting it. Look to the Luna. Oh, the moon's not out. Stay asleep. I'm not asleep. Although maybe Isaac is. Maybe that's the whole thing. I'm gonna take that, because that's gonna slightly cancel out Guppy's Guppy's tail even, I think. I'm not sure. But if it does, that's really good. And it's given me a spirit heart as well. Normally I would take the Ace of Spades, but left hand is going to cancel out the too many golden chests problem I've been having. Well, I can't exactly pay you right now, so I'll leave him there for the minute and probably kill him when the time comes for increased Devil Room opportunity. That's it, you shoot over here, please. There we go, that's gotten us to that brick. Not brick, chest. And it is a red chest with spiders in it, but still, at least I can open that one. So we can already see the left hand taking some pretty helpful effect. There's my microphone popping again, sorry about that. So yeah, I guess that if my next door neighbour's moving house, he's not going to be my next door neighbour for more than a couple more hours. It's kind of interesting to think. It's also worth noting that my sister and her boyfriend are moving in there. going to be living next door to my sister soon, which is a little odd as well. I don't think I've really got anything else to say about that. I don't suppose there's anything really wrong with living next door to your sister. But like, moving out of your mum's house and in next door to your dad's is a bit odd, I guess. Although, if you had my mother, it wouldn't be that odd to try and get away from her. For those of you that don't know my mother, count yourselves lucky. I really shouldn't say things about like that about her. She is my mother still, and I do owe her that at the least. She's always lovely to me. It's just everyone else that she's an absolute bitch to. And again, I really shouldn't say things like that. She is my mother, but still, I can't help myself. I really don't get along with her. I can't get into that shop anyway, so we're just going to move over this way. I guess I may as well. Ooh, secret room could be here, actually. Oh, you bugger. I didn't actually get to the beggar. This probably isn't going to work either, but let's give it a try. Alright. Oh, nothing whatsoever. Any more money I get, I am going to feed into him, though. Because he's got a chance of dropping both bombs and keys, both of which I need. Frankly, I need a bomb to kill him, so whatever. Also, I haven't had any pills yet on this run, which means no playing Guess the Pills yet. Sorry for my microphone popping again there. I guess I'm getting a little excitable. And somewhat toasty. It's really warm in here, but it's really cold outside, and my computer's not overheating. And my window's open. Maybe I'm just really warm. Maybe I've just had a bit too much caffeine. Because I've known this to happen on occasion. Especially when I'm recording Binding of Isaac, and about to die, crap. Oh! Well, that was a weird noise. It wasn't me, honest. It was, my cat. I have a cat now. His name is Cat, and I just died. Crap. Alright. Wasn't the best of runs, but it was at least a full-length run. I got to Necropolis, and I hate the Necropolis floor. So did I get anything new there? No, not particularly. I did get a chance at the money equals power, which would have been lovely, even if I did end up with no money. I wouldn't have spent my money if I had that upgrade. I also would have used a lot less keys getting into shops, because I wouldn't want to spend my money, or come across greed. Also, so no new items. Best combo. In this case, I'm actually going to go with Guppy's tail in the left hand, because the left hand quite nicely cancelled out Guppy's tail for 5 minutes at the end there. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you on tomorrow for another run as Maggie. And, like, favourite, comment, subscribe, etc. Bye!